I was like, who's letting you get on their back?
You do one bad thing, it just tanks it.
You just got beat by AI, Dad.
Yeah.
Don't tell Dave Ramsey because he will not approve that message.
Dude, do you have some chocolate milk?
Why?
I've been craving some chocolate milk all day. Do you want some chocolate milk? Do you have some chocolate milk? Yeah, like milk and chocolate?
Do you want some chocolate milk? Do you want some chocolate milk? No, I don't want some chocolate milk. I love the brown cows. I love them. Welcome to the one. Oh my! That song turns a 3 into a 10. To the only.
Like she ate a whole cow and just...
Coda's Crib podcast.
And you heard the donkey just...
I'm more afraid of lions than Asians.
So at what point are we taking innocent chicken lives? Welcome back to Coda's Crib podcast, the number 4 podcast in the world, available on all platforms, Spotify, YouTube, and what's that other one? Apple Podcasts. Wherever you get your podcasts, we're there.
That's right.
So make sure you tune in. Make sure you turn that notification bell on. Know that every 7 p.m. Friday night, we're bringing you a new piece of content so you can be there and listen and hang with the boys a little bit.
Let's go. We should write our own theme song and have some music behind it. Coda's Crib, eh? It's where we get lit, eh? Yeah, maybe not.
We'll take that into consideration. And we will workshop that.
That's
Trust us. I want you to calculate how much money I spent February on fast food. So anything that's February, like, so it's from that Zaxby's down, add it up. I'm gonna guess I spent probably, oh gosh, $220 on food. That's my guess for February of 2024. $220.
Would Starbucks be counted as one?
Yeah. Starbucks counts. That I say anything that's like just food, drink, anything like that. There's a Sonic in there. If a Dunkin' gets slid in there, if a chicken salad chick, no, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that to myself. Next thing you know, I'm going to Zoe's kitchen. I'm having a midlife crisis, and I'm asking all my mom's friends for advice. Remember, though, I get a 1.5% cash back. So, really, when I'm spending, I'm just actually earning money. All right?
Yeah, that's what they tell you.
Don't tell Dave Ramsey because he will not approve that message. But between me and you, that you heard a girl math, that's my guy math. I'm just making money. I mean, they say, hey, that's my passive income. Is swiping my card. 1.5 every swipe. That's what I call being financially responsible. All right?
$98.
No shot.
This February.
$98?
Oh, wait. 147.
Okay.
I didn't add the rest of it.
I was about to say, I was like, 98. I'm doing freaking good. Okay.
147.
147 on food. And it's like food, drink, like Starbucks. Okay. That's not too bad. I mean, that's definitely that I got to work on it. And that's why this month I am fixing that, and I'm going to cut it in half.
That's right.
So we're 6 days into March. All I've had is a $3 burrito off of the Taco Bell $3 menu. So I'm doing pretty solid.
I mean, I agree. Like, dude, I'm curious now. Not fast food, but
Coffee?
bread and butter coffees. Every coffee I get is $5.55.
But now, okay, so you got gift cards at the start of the year. How much?
You see,
Okay, so how much?
you see, that's the thing. I got $115 or the gift cards for bread and butter, which is where I go get
How
coffee.
quick did you go through?
I used it
the first month.
So I got it for Christmas, and then I used it for all of January, and then half of February, and then it was out.
Okay, so that's so about a month and a half. You're spending 115. So do the math on that.
It's a lot of money.
What's 115 divided by?
Well, and like at that point, it's like, because like when you have the gift card, it's like makes it so much easier to go, and so I just went more than I usually did. But now I don't go every day. I probably get one 3 to 4 times a week.
Would you say $75 a month is pretty accurate?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which in comparison isn't like, I guess it's not terrible. Like, but see, my thing is like if I had another 75 of them for coffee, because probably only a couple of those were Starbucks, honestly.
Yeah.
So
right.
if I had another 75 on that 140, whatever, then we're talking like 2 something.
Yeah, that's it. Then you're getting up there.
And then it's up there. But see, okay, I was expecting to be a little more exposed. I wasn't actually exposed like too terribly bad.
Yeah.
But,
No. You guessed 200, and so
220 was my
220.
guess,
So you didn't even get 150. You're right there, but
I was right there. I was playing with them. But no, that's pretty good. Well, yeah, I don't know.
Heck yeah, bro. I don't think I told you this story, but I was at church the other day, and do you know what an MD is?
Like the person talking on the like mic to everybody.
Yeah. So it's basically like the music director.
Okay.
And so the talkback, I had a talkback mic.
Yep.
And I'm only talking to the band, which is supposedly I'm only supposed to talk to the band.
Okay.
So now I have 2 mics. One is my talkback, and one is my singing mic.
Yeah.
And so during this certain Sunday, I was MDing for 3 of the 4 songs, and so I didn't sing until the last song. So I had my talkback mic for the first, second, and third song. The 4th song, I switched them out, and now I have my singing mic because I'm singing on the 4th one. Well, we get to the end of the song, and I forget that I have my singing mic, right?
Yeah.
And so I go, we end on that last chorus, and I go on the one, and then I'm like, crap. I just said it for the whole congregation to hear, on the one. And I could have played it off. I could have been like, on the one. Yeah, on the one, to the Lord Jesus Christ. He is our Lord and Savior, on the one. That's right. But I didn't. I just like looked down in shame, and my face got red, and everyone knew what happened.
Damn. But did the people in the congregation, you think, know what happened?
So some of them asked, like, what happened right there? I'm like, honestly, I think my mic broke.
That's hilarious.
Something happened with my mic. I don't know what happened. It was a sound guy.
Hey, that's not bad. There's two ways you can play that off. Either one, you go, my mic broke, or 2, you go, the spirit was just moving. I don't even know, man.
Yeah.
The spirit was moving, and just what came to heart.
Yeah.
But so that's funny though, because I was at a student event a couple weekends ago, and it was funny because the main worship leader, it was the same thing. Like he led a couple songs, but the ones he didn't, like he'd be having his guitar up there with his mic. Well, there was a mic like in the back, just sitting there like a standalone, and he'd be sitting there going, and he'd just be singing, doing his thing, and then like it'd be getting close to the end of the song.
He'd back up.
He'd back up, walk back, and then just like lean in the mic and just like start absolutely. I mean, I guess he was giving him like a whole sermon while he was back there, because I was like, dude, it's not that hard. Like, there's a couple things you got to say to get to the next song.
And then you go back.
Well, he was just sitting there like, and you can't like hear him do it, but he's just sitting there. And I'm like, dude, if you're not careful, these jokers are going to think you're freaking like talking in tongues. You've got the spirit moving in you, and you're just going. So,
dude, that's crazy. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, they go back there, and then they start. He said giving a whole sermon. That's hilarious.
And he was. I was like, dude, there's not that many things that you've got. I mean, that's why you rehearse. And there's not that many things you got to tell them. Come on now.
That's so funny.
But dude, so I went to a Hilton Head this weekend with the baseball team. Had a little trip to Hilton Head. You were very familiar with Hilton Head. It's my like 7th year now in a row going to Hilton Head. But so on the way down there, there's a couple funny moments.
I forgot Chester.
Chester, we'll have to get Chester.
Gosh, that's on me.
It's okay. We'll get Chester. But anyway, Chester's a chicken that is going to revive the baseball team and get the vibes back. If you know, you know.
He's been on the pod.
Yeah, he's been on the pod. So, but anyways, going down there, so I witnessed my dad having a full-out convo with AI. AI. Sometimes my dad just technology can beat him. He does meet his match every now and then. All right. No plumbing fixture, no light fixture, no any fixture in the house can beat that man. He'll take it head on. But AI will get that man more times than not. He's sitting there and he's trying to plan out like reservations for a restaurant, and he's sitting there like he got a text message while he's driving. So I'm shotgun just sitting there like sitting there. He's like, hey, what did they just text me? So then I grab it, I read it, and I'm like, they said, like 3 to accept, 2 to deny, and they're saying the reservation will be ready at this time, and this is how they do it. And he's like, okay, yeah, just tell him that sounds right. That sounds right. Just you know what? Text him. That sounds good. Just text him. That sounds good. And I'm like, that's not how this works.
Yeah,
you text 1 or 2, Dad. 2 or 3. That's it. And so text him. That sounds good. So then I'm like, all right. So I sent back, and you can clearly tell it's like an AI, but he's talking about it like it's a person. He's like, what'd they say? What'd they say to me? So then I get it, and I text, and I'm like, that sounds good. You send it, and then it automatically sends something back like, did not understand. Then it resends the message. So he goes, what'd they say? And like, still, it's not a person. He's like, what'd they say? So then I get it back and read it to him. Again, he's like, they just said that.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
like, yeah. He's like, okay, so I guess respond 2. So then I responded 2, and then it says like, thank you so much or whatever. And it's like, okay, we're good now. And I'm like,
That's hilarious.
you just got beat by AI, Dad. Come on.
Dude, he lost that match. That makes
He
me
did.
think of like, you know how like us, I don't know what you call us, our generation or
Gen
whatever.
something, Z's
Yeah,
G's,
whatever it is.
something.
Something. And so, you know how we text, like I don't normally text like with abbreviations and stuff like that, but I know a lot of people that do like what do you, instead of what are you doing, they'll text WYD or something like that.
Yep.
That just remind like, dude, sometimes I don't know who it was, maybe it was Braden texting my grandpa like
Abbreviation?
what do you like WYD?
No shot.
What do you do? And my grandpa was like, huh? What WYD at this event? And like trying to like tell a story, but like Braden's talking to someone like me, but he's talking to my grandpa. And my grandpa was like, I don't know what's happening right now. Braden's phone is broke. Somebody's daggum hacked into his phone. And I'm like, what, Grandpa, that means what are you doing? And he's like, okay.
He's like, oh, my grandson, he got abducted by one of them hoodlums. My grandson, who got him? What is he doing?
Who's on this phone right now? Grandpa, it's me, your grandson.
That's hilarious. One of my favorite memories still. Which grandpa?
My mom's dad.
What's his name?
Denzel.
Denzel. I always think like Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite memories still is playing Fortnite with Denzel.
my God.
Denzel, we landed tilted and we're just going at it. And Denzel, he don't know left from right, up to down, left click, mouse click, any click. He's just sitting there having a good time with the boys, and we're just like, Denzel, you just follow us and we'll take you to the promised land. And sure enough, Denzel did, and we died. But
Yeah, that's right.
but it's all right. But it's okay. That's why we love Denzel. But
That's right.
we also at Hilton Head, so we started doing this like last year, I think. So we never did it when we were there, but we did like a scavenger hunt. So we do a scavenger hunt, but it's like you get 15 different things that you're in teams of 4. So 4 teams, and there's 3 per team. You get a whole list of things, and they're worth points. So it's like, go get a picture with a stranger, go do this with a stranger, get a picture of a license plate that's non-Georgia. So you have all these things in your team. The team that gets the most points wins, right?
Yeah.
Well, one of the things on there was give a stranger a piggyback ride. So all the guys, we say go, we give them an hour to get all this done and see who can win and all this and that, and they do it. They come back and we're like, all right, so who's winning? So we're going and seeing what everybody did, what they didn't. Well, Henry's team, Henry, if you're out there listening, like a loyal pod listener, I know you are. Henry came back and he said, yeah, we got all of it, but this, and he was the winner. So if everything was right, he was going to be the winner. Well, but then we got talking about like giving someone a piggyback ride, because someone was like, yeah, that was so tough. We couldn't get anyone to give us to give anybody a piggyback ride. No one would get on our back. And when they were like, that was so tough. And then Henry though goes, what do you mean? They didn't have to get on your back. You had to get on their back. And we were like, so then we're like, wait, no, the rule said you got to give someone a piggyback ride. So he was the winner, but then he really didn't complete that one. So we had to strip it away, and he ended up losing because of that stipulation. So, but then we were thinking, and he told us that, and he's like, I thought that I had to get on someone else's back, which it was just a misunderstanding. He read it wrong. It's tough.
You got to read the fine print.
You got to read the fine print. But then after I kind of let it sink in, I was like, wait a second, though. Henry, that boy, he got on someone else's back. which is arguably way more difficult to have someone else give you a piggyback ride instead of you giving them a piggyback ride. Like, who's going to let you hop on their back? And apparently, I think it was like an older person, maybe even an older lady. And I'm like, who's letting
Older
you?
lady?
Maybe. I was like, who's letting you get on their back? I was like, Henry, honestly, you didn't win this game, but you won in life. That good job. I'll give you that. You can use that on an application, anything you want. Congrats. That's way more difficult than having someone else give you a piggy, or you give them a piggyback. It's just like, hey, get on my back real quick. Let's just do this. Okay. Nah. Hey, bend over. Let me get on your back real quick. No shot.
See, that's the thing. When you go to the beach, everybody's having a good time. Everybody's having. They just want to make everybody happy.
I was pretty. I was shocked, honestly. Very shocked.
But that's awesome. Like they're just trying to, help a brother out. They realize, I see this man's in need of a piggyback ride. Let me help him out.
They really did. So I was impressed with that one.
That's awesome. Who came up with all those, Kevin?
Yeah, he would do it for like his sales conference. They did it together. So he had like the guy who planned it all. He's like, send me some of those things. So he sent like 40 of them and put it together. And so it was a good time. Good little team bonding trip.
I will say, dude, the Beckmans are the pros at finding different games and to play with family. When they got a big family like they do, they got to get creative, and so you have to. You can't just roll through life doing the going through the motions. You have to get creative and going, thinking outside the box.
My parents always said games can make or break you, and they can also lead to divorce. So, and that really stuck with me. So, it did. So I always just think about that anytime I get a chance. But Trent today, he's with his uncle. He's staying with his uncle. Trent, a near and dear friend to the pod, has been on. We love Trent. So
unless he keeps skipping out on the gym.
Yeah, you can't skip out on the gym.
Tomorrow's gonna be the third time.
Tomorrow, I mean, all I'm saying is when leg day comes around, Trent is not around. Yeah. That's what I know. I didn't want to publicly do him like that because now there's millions of people that are gonna know he's kind of skipping legs. And what are you gonna do? But thanks for watching Coda's Crib Podcast. Make sure you comment, you follow, like, share. It means a lot. Because if you don't, my poor dog doesn't eat. So make sure you do that. Thanks.
My dad, he watches. Have you ever seen Gas Station Encounters?
Oh yes, you show me one.
Okay, one. And he'll. It's basically Gas Station Encounters. Is basically this guy. He works at this gas station, and this gas station always gets robbed. And the guy that works there, he watches the security cameras and he films it all, and then he edits and voiceovers their whole like plan and what they're doing. And it actually is really funny, but I think it's more funny watching my dad watch Gas Station Encounters.
I was about to say, I've watched it with you, and I'm like, that's funny. Yeah. But if I had Ryan in the room watching it with me, I would like laugh 10 times more.
Exactly.
Dude, there's just some people like that though, and I think we both know who I'm about to bring up, but there's people that things just aren't funny if they weren't around just watching them interact. Like it wouldn't be funny unless they're sitting there dying laughing. Yeah. Like you're really not laughing at what is you're actually watching. You're laughing at them watching it. Oh, like 100%. Roger, dude. Roger, that man's laugh is like hilarious. Oh. and something won't like weird things will crack him up, and it won't be funny at all, but it'll crack him up, and then once he starts laughing, you just start dying laughing. Exactly. There's just people like that though that like nothing. It wouldn't be funny unless they were laughing.
Exactly. I saw a video recently, and you may have saw it. It was this TV show. They got a whole bunch of people together, like 10 different people with crazy different laughs.
Really?
And so when one person started laughing, another person starts laughing at their laugh, and then that person has a crazy laugh as well. So then they all start laughing, and then you all got these weird like laughing noises. And then so like one of them sounded like a truck starting up for some reason, and so they had a picture above them of a truck, like a broke down truck starting up, and it was just that one of them was like a rooster. It was hilarious, bro. It was funny. People's laughs, they can. It's what is the word? Contagious.
It is. Laughter's contagious. There's a lot of things that are contagious. I think negativity is contagious. You know,
Don't be negative.
they say positivity is contagious. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think positivity definitely is contagious, but I think negativity is like maybe even more contagious than negativity. What do you think?
It's like it takes, and this was with anything. I look at my grades for school. Like, you have to work so hard to get your grade like up, but then say you make like one bad grade, it just seems like it tanks it. And I feel like that's the same thing with positivity, negativity, and even like when, like, say with a relationship you have, like you do all these good things, you do all these positive inputs that you're throwing in, but then it's like you do one thing, it's like a love tank, you fill it up, and then you do one bad thing, it just tanks it. And then you got to work so much harder to build it back up. It's crazy.
The analogy with the test score was really good, because that's so true though, because like if you get a team, like I'm thinking like even like sports teams that I've been a part of, or like basketball teams that I coach or anything, like you could have 10 guys that are like positive, love it, great, but then you have one guy that's sitting there like, this stinks, this is terrible, like just
messes up everything.
When can I go home and all that, like messes up everything. I mean, that's so true.
The whole morale goes down.
Man, I didn't want to just impart wisdom on the whole pod, but I mean, I guess it just comes up like that sometimes. So, anyways, but yeah, I think we ripped it tonight,
dude. We ripped it. I mean, I really don't want anything to rip that hoodie, because it is so not. I really do like it.
Another Plato's Closet find.
Really?
Shameless plug. Yeah, it was nice. So I was like, I've walked in Plato's Closet twice, gotten my favorite pair of shoes now, and then this. I'm like,
we need to go.
This is so sick. We do.
So leave it to this man to always find the craziest. Do you still have that 3/4 zip up?
Of course.
Crazy. You still have it?
Of course.
You got to show that one. Do you have it in your closet?
Yeah, it's in there.
Dude, look at these. Like, what the mess?
That is my Vegas jacket that I will wear in Vegas, and I have gotten kicked out of a casino with that jacket. That'll be a story for another pod.
And then this one, it's like, if I wore this, I would look crazy. But then if Dakota wears it, it's perfect for him. So
I do look crazy still, but I love it. So yeah, no.
Awesome.
But yeah, those are some pretty sick jackets.
Maybe some Coda's Crib merch like that.
Maybe some Coda's Crib. Ooh, stop. But yeah. Anyways,
cool, dude.
We killed it, ripped it.
That was great.
Until next time, every 7 p.m. Friday night, Eastern Standard Time, be there or be square. Turn that notification bell on and make sure you tune in on all platforms: Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. Until next time.